So I bought a Lixada stove for $17.99 off of Amazon.ca. Comes in a little stuff sack like that. It's pretty light. It weighs weighted about 7 ounces. So it's quite small. Get your pot holders. I already filled it with twigs, so we can test this right now. So I filled it with twigs, and I put the twigs in sideways like this. I've never actually used one of these. I just watched videos, and this seems to be like the best technique to use as far as I can tell. So that's the technique we're going to go with. Fits into itself like that, and goes in here like this. And you have a little hole to feed it with. So we'll see what the best way to light this is. I have some fire kit here. I have wax and petroleum jelly soaked cotton balls. I'll just fluff one of these guys up a little. I'm just going to use a lighter for today. We'll see how long it takes to boil, or well, if I can get water boiling. And I get about 400 milliliters of water ready to go. It's about the amount you need for one of those pre-packaged, pre-dried meals. So throw that in there. A little bit of this on top to get it going. And we'll see if we can get a fire. Go. That should do it. Try over here. Wood might be a bit damp. It's the middle of winter, and this is just windfall off the trees in my yard. But doesn't look too bad. So just see if that catches there. Give that a minute. Needs more help, I guess. Look like my cotton balls really wanted to catch on fire for some reason. That's looking better. So let's see what a cheap little stove can do here. Actually, I'm going to start my timer on my phone to see how long this burns for. It's burning pretty well right now. We'll start the timer right now. I think we're about to let that catch there pretty well. Looks like it's starting to burn pretty well, and then we'll throw our pot of water on there. The neat thing is that I already had this pot. It's a Optimus pot. It's nothing super fancy, but it fits right in there, the whole thing. So that's kind of nice. Everything fits into the stuff bag. If you had a pot this size with a smaller lid, this pan came with it. This serves as a lid, so it takes up a bit of extra space. But I mean, if you wanted to get a pot or a lid, sorry, that's a bit smaller, it might even make a bit more sense to put it on there. So now, I don't know if I'm going to need the holders or not. I probably should have put those on first. Doesn't look like I need them. So we'll put that on. We'll see how long it takes to boil. Now keep in mind it's middle of winter right now. Well, that looks a little sideways, doesn't it? That looks a little less precarious. Burning pretty well, actually. And it took me, I'd say, about a minute and a half, 3 minutes to collect that wood and break it into lengths. Oh, and one more thing too is when you break your wood, I guess the trick is to not go over the holes that are in the bottom container in the ash pan, so that you allow for gasification to happen. And with my boiling water today, I decided to enjoy a nice skinny dipping stout. I'm hearing some water sounds. Another thing you notice too is it's not making any smoke. I'm pretty sure what I'm seeing is steam. At least I think. Oh yeah, that's all steaming quite nicely, not taking long at all. Working very well. And it's minus 12 out right now, something like that, so seems to be doing the trick. I like it. And the neat thing is that the pot that I own fits on without the holders, so I guess I'm probably getting a bit better contact. I think my water might be boiling. Yeah, I have a rolling boil. I can hear it, and that's 5 minutes, 12 seconds. Boiling very, very well. Take that off. So there you have it. The Lixada cheapo stove from Amazon. I could probably boil water again on there. So we're here about, I'd say, 6 minutes later, something like that, 7 minutes. And the flames have died down now, but if you wanted to use it to fry something small or whatever, I mean, there's still plenty of heat coming out of there to fry. So, as you can see, lots of heat still, lots of ambers. So I'd say, you know, I'd say like in good conditions, 15 minutes total burn, be probably pretty accurate from this first test anyway. Train going by. did do is the holes at the bottom of the ash pan are too big to use wood pellets with, and I want to try it next with wood pellets. So what I did is I went to the dollar store, I bought one of those cheap strainers, and then I cut the circumference of the bottom of the ash pan out of the strainer, and now I can use it with wood pellets. So we'll try that next, see how that goes. The only problem with burning wood pellets in it is that, as you can see, the holes in the bottom of the ash pan are too big for wood pellets, so the wood pellets would fall through. So what I did is I found this thing at the dollar store. It's like a strainer basket, and I just cut out the middle to the circumference of the bottom of the ash pan, and so now I can hold wood pellets. I've never tried to burn wood pellets in this type of stove, so this is new for me. I might be using too much, I don't know. I'm just going with what I've seen other people do. So I'm going to try to not put in too many to start, to make sure I can get a fire going in here and not stuff it out. So I just about halfway up the bottom, halfway up to the holes like that, or whatever is what I'm trying. So I'm not sure if you can see that. So we'll try that and see if we can get a fire going here. And to get it started, I have some cotton balls that I soaked in petroleum jelly and in a bit of wax. And we'll see if that works. Just fluff this up a little bit. Stick that in here like this. Throw a bit of branches on top to get something burning here. Hopefully get a flame. This way so you can see the fire. Let's see if this actually catches. Probably should move the stuff sack. Once this gets going, I'll set my timer to see how long it burns for. Well, it's my first experience really with these types of stoves. I've never used them before. That's why I didn't want to pay a lot of money for one. This one is, like I said, off Amazon.ca, Lixada. There's a bunch of different models from what I gather. This one seems to be the cheapest one out there. $17.99 Canadian on Amazon.ca. But I'm going to start the timer because we have a fire that you could probably cook on right now, or boil water on anyway. So let's start the timer and see how long this burns. And we'll come back when the fire is out. So I wanted to come back for a minute and show you how well this is burning. See if I can move the camera over there for you. You can see that there's definitely a nice gasification occurring. It's a bit windy out, so the flame's not perfectly still, but definitely getting some good heat off of it. I can feel it. So it's burning very well with the wood pellets. I'll come back when it's burning out. So 7 minutes later we have a rolling boil, and the fire is still going strong. That's 600 milliliters of water. So here we are, 25 minutes in, and it looks like the fire went out and started smoking, so I'm not sure why that is, but looks like it's done in about 25 minutes. And I'm not sure if everything's out or not. I want to let it cool off before I touch it. So it just looks like everything's smoking for some reason right now. Not sure why that would have happened. So that's that for now. Thanks for watching.